Hi, everybody. Welcome to Healthcare Sucks. And we're right back. Welcome to Healthcare Sucks again. No, we're just checking to make sure things are working. I'm going to jump right into it. First of all, we've got some things going on. Things are clicking. There's a bunch of people covering now. I suggest you go out and listen, watch the actual videos people are putting out from sources, and you guys decide what you think. I put out some videos, and since this has started, feel free to share, feel free to comment. I'm just here to help you make the decisions, because that time is approaching very fast, I believe, to where you're going to have to make a decision for you and your family what you want to do. With that, again, I bought food and stuff and water, and I do these things anyway. So for me, this is just like stocking up a little bit more. But you guys should get a pencil, piece of paper, pen, write down things that you really need. In addition to that, the food, the water, medications, defensive items. You know what? Who knows where this thing's going to go. Now, we're going to watch some new news and some other stuff. I'm going to break up some stuff that I've been watching different news channels. If you've seen my videos where I've been getting the information from. And I want to give a shout out tonight to this part is all to Dutch Sense again. The great earthquake detective. He went out and he found one. I didn't quite get it on the air yet, but it's through CGTN America. It's a news station that I've covered, and they do have good stuff, guys. So we're going to jump into it. This guy that we're going to watch this, I'm going to break it up in several parts tonight, is basically telling the truth on a lot of things. So with that, let's watch it, and I'll break it up. I got to go do dishes. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks! Anyway, here we go.
The Chinese response to this virus. Do the Chinese have to bring something completely new in the way they fight this, or are there some lessons to be learned from the fight against SARS?
Well, the lessons to be learned against the fight against SARS is well, one unfortunate lesson is that the Chinese were not particularly transparent during the first few months of SARS, and it got a bit out of control before they became, I would say, I use that word transparent, tell everybody what's going on in China.
And I want to tell you guys, and I think most of you already know, there's a lot of non-transparent crapperonial. It's another new Troy word for the minute. Going on, guys. In other words, it's called BS, and lying to us, and manipulating people, and manipulating this whole thing. When they've been tapping it down. Remember we were talking about tapping it down? I did a video on that too. They've been tapping quite a bit, because the numbers you're going to hear tonight over several different videos, I'm going to try to make them quicker. That way you get more out of them and we get a little bit more input. The 100,000 mark is here, whether they're admitting it or not. And I put to you, I'm going to go out and get some more of it, but if you've watched some of my previous and watched some other people's videos out there, they are disposing of bodies, period. And I guarantee you, the hokey pokey thing we watched last night with 9/11 and the counts of people recovering, there's just so many people recovering now. Let's hope so. But with that, listen to what this guy has to say. I find this guy to be one of the top ones. Dr. Campbell, this guy, and a couple other people throughout this have been on it, and they're not holding back, whereas the WHO, the WHO, involved with World Bank, One World Order, Agenda 21, we all know what these things are.
In the beginning of this epidemic, at the end of December, there were 27 cases, and the word was that it's only spread from animals to human, when in fact it was human to human. So the lesson is you've got to be transparent. You can't allow an outbreak to seed itself. You've got to let the officials throughout the world and your own population know what's going on right from the very beginning. The other lesson is that there are infections. 70% of all new infections are infections that we call zoonotic. They jump from an animal to a human. This is clearly how the SARS, the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and almost certainly this novel coronavirus has emerged. So one needs to be careful on the interbase, particularly at some of these wet markets, as they call it, where animals are in close contact, exotic animals, because when you look at the origins of coronaviruses, coronaviruses before 2002, before the SARS outbreak, they were considered to be relatively benign viruses. 10 to 30% of the common cold that we all get in the winter are caused by coronaviruses.
And with that, I want to bring you, I covered a little bit of it, but in China, Germany, and other places, the swine flu or swine epidemic, as far as the animals contracting the disease and getting tainted meats and stuff, is still going on, guys. Germany did a thing through their channel over their DW, I believe, and they're actually trying to hunt the wild ones because they're afraid right now it's going to take out all their pork next. And we've seen videos, I showed you guys them disposing, unfortunately, of ducks, geese, all kinds of other animals. And so the China thing is already started in the animals all over again. I don't think it's ever quit. And with this going on, that going on, and everything else, we're just tippy-toeing around the word mutation. Eventually, there's a big possibility that this thing, not just in a lab like when it was produced as a bioweapon, but there's a chance that now that the cat's out of the bag, you heard it here, that it can mutate again, guys. So watch a couple minutes, I'll let you go. I'm going to go do my dishes, man, thrills. And then I will come back and cut some more videos.
But 2002 with SARS changed that and let us realize that coronaviruses can be very dangerous when they jump species from their animal reservoir to the human.
Thing is that these markets are not new in China. They've been around for quite some time. But what took place now that caused the virus to jump from animals to human beings? Were there other factors that contributed to it?
Well, we don't know what those factors are right now, but one that is at least reasonable, feasible, maybe likely, is that these viruses were percolating in animals for quite a while, and then just as they continue to replicate in the animal kingdom, they acquire some mutations which then allow them to adapt themselves to humans. The reason
Percolate, word for the night, and like you said, transform, mutate into other things. We just talked about that 2 seconds ago, guys. So it's already happening. So with that, a couple more minutes. See, I'm trying to push you out the door, man. I'm trying to bring these things to you quick tonight because there's so much going on, guys. I'm going to try to stay on it tonight. Looks like it'll be a busy night if I can keep up with the energy. And then you guys, again, go out and research yourselves. You make the decisions. I'm just trying to help you, lend a hand, guys.
The reason it hasn't happened in the past is that it didn't adapt itself very well to be infected in humans. Somehow or other, this happened. The exact mechanisms of that are unclear. We need to figure that out.
There are now 11 confirmed cases of coronavirus here in the United States. Have healthcare officials here in this country been able to go backwards to track how the people became infected, how it got here?
Well, we know exactly how it got there. 9 of the 11 were travel-related cases that we directly connected with travel from Wuhan and from China. 2 of them got infected while they were here from a person in direct contact with the person who traveled here. So we know exactly how it came here. It came here by a person who got infected in China and came to the United States.
And with that, we'll call this part 1 tonight. I think we'll do parts tonight. It'll be a little change up. So we know exactly. The word for exactly means we know where the hell it came from. We know what the hell it's about, at least at the moment. And with that, healthcare sucks! Over and out, my friends. And I'll see you again soon in another video. Stay safe. Go out there and research, like I said. Go buy some food and water, guys. If nothing else. Bye-bye. Peace out.